Hi everyone and welcome to Club 4 Episode 2 of Rolling in the Isles, an FM22 British Isles Journeyman series with me, the United City FM. Welcome along. So our time at Connors Quay Nomads in this particular series has started brilliantly well. You'll remember yesterday's episode, we got through in the Cup first round. We got a first win in the league. Since then, we've played 4 games, won 3 of them. Then we went to introduce ourselves to the new Saints. And they were a bunch of meanies and beat us 4-2. Sitting second, though, at the moment is pretty spectacular. Today, we play Bangor City, who sit on equal points with us in second and third position. But we've already played a game extra than them, so we could really do with winning the 3 points today. Let's see if we can do it. Welcome back to Connors Quay Nomads in the Welsh Premier Division. We have done brilliantly well. We've played 5 matches. We've won 4 of them, lost 1 of them. It was a heavy loss to the new Saints. They sit top of the table, no surprise there. They're going to be a little bit of a challenge to unsettle, I think, but we'll see what we can do over the next couple of seasons. As I say, though, today we do play Bangor City. They do sit on the same points as us, 12 points. They've played 4 matches, we've played 5. So we could really use these 3 points, really, just to get a little bit of a cushion on them before they play their game in hand over us. But so far, it's been going brilliantly well. We're keeping pace with the big boys. We've scored a reasonable amount of goals. We've not conceded too many. And ultimately, I'm very happy with how it's all going. And Thomas Johnson, the youngster that we bought with us from Colwyn Bay, 17-year-old striker, has come into the club. He's doing really well. 6 goals in 6 starts, plus an assist in there as well. Can't ask for too much more than that. Let's see how he gets on today. So, as I say, today we play third place Bangor City. Let's see how we get on. So currently our first team are up to standard in terms of fitness. All of our squad is, to be honest. We've got a very fit and healthy squad. We've been able to rotate a little bit, but not too much over the last couple of games. That will come as we settle in and just find our place a little bit in the league and see what other teams are doing as well. So we're going with our starting 11 that I've been working on over the last couple of games. We've not tweaked too much about the style of play, really, because it's been so successful so far. And you can see that mostly the first team are playing brilliantly. The only player that is a little bit below par is Lewis Lloyd, the striking partner for Thomas Johnson. But whilst we're still scoring goals collectively and whilst we're still winning matches, that's not such a problem. But maybe at some point we're going to need to think about that as we move through the season. But for now, he keeps his spot. Hopefully he can come good, score a couple of goals himself and get some confidence. But for today's match, really important game against Bangor City. We go with Park in goal, Barrett at right back, Roberts at left back, Williams and Bodenham in central defence, Pinchard and Berry in central midfield, Rees on the right, Bures on the left, and Johnson and Lloyd up top, with a bench of Amos, Ward, Cullimore, Fitzpatrick, Mitchell, Whiteside and Candy. So let's get into today's game and see what happens. So in terms of team talk, I've tried to be as positive as I can. We've pumped the fist. We've said I want to win every match, and this is no exception. Let's go do that. We'll send the assistant over to that and go straight into kickoff. Just as we get into the game, a little bit of channel admin for you. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you've been watching me for a little while, or maybe this is even your first opportunity to catch my stuff, please go and check that subscribe button on the underneath the video. That will help you get connected to what I'm doing. Maybe even a notification bell. That will absolutely track every time I release a video. It will let you know. Also, click a like on this particular episode for me. That will help the channel to continue to grow, and it helps in just the YouTube algorithms and all sorts of other bits and pieces. So if you could do those things for me, that would be great. Also, one final thing, go down into the links in the description below. Go check out all of my different links there. There's Twitter and Discord. There's my Twitch link. I'm over on Twitch every weekday afternoon, 3 till 5 p.m. UK time usually. So come and check me out over there if you can. But come and play a bigger part of the United City community, especially on things like Discord, etc. It'd be great to have you along for the ride as we continue to move the channel forward and try and grow stuff and put hopefully some interesting content out. There's a new series coming fairly soon to the YouTube channel that I'll tell you about in the next few days. So yeah, come and play your part. It'll be great to have you along. 26 minutes in here. We've had a couple of chances. They've had a couple of chances. They haven't put any of theirs on target yet. So we're doing all right. 50-50 possession at the moment. So that's a fairly even statistic. So overall, leading up to the end of this first half, we're doing okay. But I guess being away from home against one of the slightly better teams in the league, then we're going to have to be a little bit patient. They've had 8 shots at goal in that first half, but none of them on target. 6 and 3 for us. So you can see that we've had a little bit of a better opportunity. Haven't quite taken them though. So that's, I think, what we're going to kind of try and push in this team talk at half time. So let's go. Pump the fists. You're doing well. Keep going. Make sure you win. You get the win you deserve. I think we've done okay in that first half, especially because we're away from home. Let's go into the shouts. Fire them up for this second half. We're in a positive mentality. We can always up that to attacking if we really need to. I try not to do that too much. I feel like the styles of play that we develop are better if we remain consistent on them as much as we can. But here and there, if it's necessary, when we're chasing games, we will. And we might be chasing it soon. Here they go through for the first time in the second half. They get a really good shot away, one-on-one with the keeper. Beats the keeper, but hits the post and comes back out again. And we were able to boot it clear. And we were a little bit fortunate there. That was one of the first times we've seen them in this particular game open up our team and pass over the top for their striker to run onto. The defence didn't quite figure that one out. They're back at us again down the left-hand side. And this time they get a header at the near post from a deep cross from the far side. And they do get a goal from it. In this first 15-20 minutes of this second half, they've had a couple of the highlights. We haven't at this point, and it feels like they've managed to find a second gear to get into, unfortunately, and we haven't quite managed it. So we're going to pause the game, and we're going to go into the shouts, and I think we're going to demand more from them. We're going to go into the tactics page. We've still had a reasonable amount of shots a goal. We've got an injury that we need to sort out. Reese has got an injury, so Mitchell comes on in his stead on that right-hand side. We're going to leave the rest for now and just see whether ultimately we can find a route back in. Having changed that right-sided midfielder, having given them a little bit of a shout in the team talk, in the shouts on the touchline, maybe we can get back into this game. We'll see. That was a good near-post header from the corner. Didn't quite manage to get it on target, though. But at least it was an attempt at goal. 20 minutes to play. Time is ticking. It's about how long do I leave it to make a couple more changes. One more highlight here. Chance for us on the right-hand side. Deep cross again. Too deep, really. Sends us all the way over to the left-hand side. Cross comes back and cross goal again. It's a little bit scrappy and we're not able to get the proper shots away. Not really able to get our strikers in position in the centre of the penalty box. And all the shots came in from different angles, really. We're going to pause the game again. 15 minutes to play. We're going to make a couple more substitutions. Couple of players playing very poorly, unfortunately. And it's in our attacking third, our left-sided midfielder on a 6.2. So we're going to take him out. Whiteside can come in. And then both Lloyd and Johnson having a 6.3 up top is not good enough at all from them. We're going to take Lloyd out, put Candy in, just see whether he can help us unlock anything. I think we're actually going to switch them round as well and see whether that helps us. Get Johnson in a slightly different position in the penalty box. We're going to press play on that one. And I feel like in a couple of minutes we might go into the attacking mentality, but we've got a penalty. Cross came in. There was obviously a shove on somebody in the box, Johnson, and the penalty is saved by the goalkeeper, and so is the follow-up shot from Thomas Johnson. And just at the point where you need him to be at his absolute best, he really kind of wasn't. 6 goals in 6 games, remember, so far, so he's done brilliantly for me. And there was a real chance to put 7 in 7, and he really, really fluffed his lines, really. So we'll see how we come back from this. We've got about 12 minutes plus injury time to play. They're currently on the ball. Can we win the ball back and get back at them again? It looks not, really. And there's a second goal for them. We've been done in, absolutely done in this second half. First half, I thought we were okay, but we didn't take the chances. Second half, that penalty miss feels like it sucked all of the energy out of the team. And Bangor City have found another way to play through the lines, get a player on that last shoulder of the last defender, and he manages to turn past the defender, get through one-on-one with the goalkeeper. It was a good run by him off the left wing. The defender didn't follow him quick enough. Goalkeeper partially came out, didn't close the space enough, and they go 2-0 up. We've been very, very unlucky in the sense that we've been in this game all the way through. We've had the same amount of shots at goal. We've had a similar amount on target, similar amount of possession. We've had a very, very good XG rating, the expected goals in the game as well, I think. We'll check that next time the statistics come up on the screen. But somehow they've got a third goal. I feel really hard done by. I think the attacking change didn't really help us at all. We're going to come back out of that and go balanced for the rest of the game and see if we can hold on to the ball. So, I mean, the last couple of goals have come whilst we were trying to attack because we were 1-0 down. It felt like we had to do something in the game. But if we go and have a look at these statistics, we've got a 2.0 XG rating, the amount of goals they expected us to score from our chances, boosted by the penalty, it must be said. But they've got a 0.9 XG rating, and they've got 3 goals from it. I feel slightly hard done by that one, unfortunately. They've done us in really well in that second half. Couple of late goals when we were trying to attack the game and trying to find a route back into it. Didn't do us any favours in the end. None of our players played well at all. 6.6, 6.9 was the top player for us, I think, in this game. That's nowhere near good enough. And yes, granted, it was away from home against one of our better rivals. But even so, I expect my teams to show a little bit more than they did and actually convert a couple of their chances. So we're going to have to be a little bit harsh on them, it feels like, at the end team talk here. So we're going to thrash the arms about. Not good enough. Is there a bring them in for training one? There isn't. Not good enough. Don't have the words to express how angry that makes me. Let's go with that one. It's frustrating, to say the very least. That's motivated them in terms of their response to that. Hopefully, they'll begin to see what our expectations are, and they'll begin to see what standards they have to keep. But on this occasion, they did not keep to it, unfortunately. And we go down to a very, very disappointing 3-0 defeat. So, not the result that we were looking for today, to be honest. More importantly, not the performance I was looking for. Really poor in front of goal. We had the chances, including that penalty. We did not take them. Lloyd, one of our 2 central striking options, has now gone 8 games without a goal. He's not staying in my team for long if he carries that up, continues that up going forward. So we've got some issues to sort out. This is going to be a challenging couple of seasons just to properly get to grips with where we're at. So this season, the key things for us as we sit in 3rd position behind Bangor and the New Saints currently, and they could both have a 6-point gap on us soon if we're not careful. The keys for us: get used to who our playing staff are, get used to figuring out how we can actually put them on the pitch in a way that suits them in terms of style of play, formation, all that kind of stuff. But then it's about this season trying to keep one of these top 3 positions and get into European football again for next season. Keeps the finances of the club good, brings a lot more exposure to the club, gets a better quality of player through the door, etc. So that's the challenge for us this season. If I could finish 3rd this season, I'd probably take it at this point. But we do have a decent enough gap already to some of the teams below us, even though they've got games in hand over us. I think we're going to do okay. It's just about, I'm not sure we can totally reel in this top 2 just at the moment. We'll see. But anyway, that's it for today. It's just that happens in football. We got beaten very badly, but ultimately we deserved it for not actually converting our chances. So let's go figure out what we're going to be coming up for next episode. If we go into the schedule, you can see that we're already quite a way through the first section of the league. We're not far off, sort of a quarter of the way through the season already, I think, something like that. So we're going to come back in a few games' time. We're going to come back for the Cardiff Met Uni game at the back end of September. It gives me a few games to get to grips with the team again a little bit more. Maybe reshape that tactic a little bit. If none of the other strikers are scoring, maybe we'll play one up top. Who knows? Make ourselves harder to beat in midfield. There's lots of options that we can do. But for now, we've got to get back in the winning mentality straight away, having had a very, very poor loss. Newtown are up next. Aberystwyth. And then Caernarfon. Not one I know on that one, before we play Corwen in the Cup again. Hopefully we can get through another round of the Cup competition. So you and I will be back for Cardiff Met Uni in the next episode. Till then, thank you for joining me today. I'm so disappointed by that performance, but there we go. It happens. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Join my United City community. The more, the merrier. Click that like button on this particular episode. That'll help me get seen by more people. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.